Some more SUNNYV2. Now, if y'all know about SUNNYV2, this is like one of the best channels on YouTube right now, bro. Y'all gotta catch up right now, bro. Y'all gotta get hit. Alright. SUNNYV2, one of the best channels on YouTube. Now, we have the stupidest criminals of all time. Now, I don't know how stupid a criminal could be. You know, we've seen stupid people, but come on, bro. Like, I think the title, the thumbnail was, he robbed his own house. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But hey, let's see what it been time about.
In 2009, Matthew McNally and Joey Miller robbed a home in Iowa using masks drawn onto their faces with permanent black marker.
Oh my fucking god. This gotta be the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. We just started a video.
Whilst on the run, the two discovered that permanent black marker doesn't rub off easily, leading to their simple arrest and embarrassingly stupid mugshots. However, these two still look like geniuses in comparison to some of the other idiots we'll be talking about as we discuss the stupidest criminals of all time. Take for example MacArthur Wheeler, who robbed two banks in broad daylight as he thought that pouring lemon juice on his face would make him invisible to cameras. When shown the bank's surveillance footage, Wheeler refused to believe that he was visible, stating to officers, "But I wore the juice," believing that as long as he didn't come near a heat source, he should have been completely invisible.
Yeah, bro ain't got his information off of TikTok or some shit. Y'all didn't get off TikTok, bro. Y'all didn't get off TikTok.
Police concluded that Wheeler was not crazy or on drugs, just incredibly mistaken, with the lemon juice mistake eventually costing Wheeler a 24.5-year prison sentence. However, if we're on the topic of terrible disguises, then we can't go past Dennis Hawkins, whose disguise as an old lady wasn't much better. His sweater accompanied fake boobs, a full beard, and fittingly clown pants, with this insanely recognizable outfit helping police to catch Hawkins only an hour after the robbery.
Bro, if you're gonna be a old lady, at least shave your beard off. Like, what the fuck? At least that's at least do that.
Police chief for the area stated he would get my nomination for dumbest criminal. I think you still have his black facial hair with a blondish wig. Definitely different. Different is also a good way to describe Patrick McGuire's disguise, who robbed an Illinois convenience store while covering his face with a clear plastic bag. He was only able to obtain $60 from the robbery. However, due to his extensive criminal history, he was sentenced to 15 years in prison for the stunt, meaning that he had to spend 1 year in prison for every $4 stolen from the store. Talk about a bad return. Equally bad was Paul Sinclair's, who attempted to rob a bank in Florida by using his fingers curled up into a gun shape. The quote-unquote weapon was so non-threatening that the bank teller gave him only $120, after which he'd flee on foot.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Old boy's still a W though. He still gave him money at the end of the day. Why did you still give? I wouldn't have gave him money. I probably would have. If anything, I would probably give him $5, bro, or $1. Actually, I would have given that as $1. Here, take it or leave, cause I'm not scared of you. You know what I'm saying?
Before being caught by police only 10 minutes later. Then there was James Blankenship, who thought that robbery was legal as long as you did it at a certain time of day. Back in 2013, Blankenship broke into his own mother's home, after which the police were called, who would take to their Facebook page later that day to explain what had happened. He fled the scene upon seeing his mother. The male was located under the house hiding in a crawl space. When advised of his charges, he made the statement, "I thought you could only be charged with burglary if you break in during the night time." Blankenship was given 180 days in jail and ordered to pay a $100 fine, yet this wasn't the only time when a person was dumb enough to think that a law didn't apply to them. Because when Reuben Pavin was caught stealing from a charity thrift shop in New Hampshire, he'd state that he thought everything was free because of the name of the business, Finders Keepers. The sign...
Oh my god. Oh my, I can't even take this serious, bro. It's like, bro, is this a TV show or some shit, bro? This don't even look serious.
Did say Finders Keepers, so I took that DVD player, took it home, Pavin told the local TV station. A couple of weeks later, the stuff is still there on the porch, so I'm thinking to myself, Finders Keepers, they probably just put stuff out there for people to take. The business responded via Facebook stating, "This man who was caught on video is saying it is all a misunderstanding. He thought everything at our store was free. Is that really the best defense you could come up with?" Exactly. After which Pavin reportedly turned in the stolen goods to police, holding that he's not a bad person or or a bad dad and is rather just unbelievably stupid. But was he as dumb
Is he unbelievably stupid or just dumb as hell? Which one?
as Derek Mosley, who in 2013 attempted to rob a store named Discount Gun Sales by using a baseball bat. When Mosley allegedly barged into Discount Gun Sales,
Bro bought a bat to a gun store and tried to rob it. Nigga, they got everything in that, shotguns, ARs. Nigga, they about to blow your ass up.
and smashed a display counter with his baseball bat, the store manager simply pulled out his own personal firearm and pointed it straight at the would-be robber, holding Mosley in the store until he was arrested and charged with first-degree robbery.
You're dumb.
A similar story then came out of Texas in July 2022 when a gun store was robbed at knife point, although this tale instead ended in a body bag as the robber was fatally shot by the store owner as he tried to exit with his loot. But what?
Oh, see, they don't play. You playing around this shit. Bro brought a knife to a gunfight.
22.
And died. Then died. Damn, that's tough.
When a gun store was robbed at knife point, although this tale instead ended in a body bag as the robber was fatally shot by the store owner as he tried to exit with his loot. But what happens when you accidentally call 911 whilst committing a crime? Pocket dialing the police is probably a fairly common occurrence. However, for Carson Reinhardt and Nathan Teklemariam, it happened at the most unfortunate moment, specifically while they were breaking into a car. The alert dispatcher soon realized that the call was an accidental one, and moreover that the guys on the other end might be up to no good. For the next 35 minutes, the dispatcher stayed on the line, listening and gathering information, as Teklemariam and Reinhardt did the following. Discovered a car that they thought they could burglarize, discussed how to break into the car.
Oh, get the boat and give me the hammer just in case. Oh, bro, down tremendous, bro. I ain't gonna lie, this is definitely like bad, what's it called? Bad luck. It's definitely bad luck right here. And it's funny because if you do just have your phone like in your pocket or whatever like that, just moving around or whatever, yo, it will swipe over, and then like there's been times I've swiped over on accident like while it's in my pocket, and it'd be typing random numbers like in an emergency screen. So
allegedly broke into the car, exclaimed in delight over finding narcotics in the car, became confused as to how and why a police car was following them, and reacted in disbelief when the arresting officer revealed that they'd been on the line to 911 the entire time. Scott Simon found himself in a similar situation, although under much more severe circumstances. Whilst on trial for murder in 2015, Scott was successfully sentenced to life in prison, as 2 years prior he'd pocket dialed the police while admitting to a friend that he was the one who committed the crime. He had no idea he called 911, a sheriff's office spokeswoman told the Miami Herald. He basically told on himself, as did Albert Bailey, although in a much stupider way. Bailey had planned on robbing a bank in Fairfield, Connecticut, although rather than exercising the element of surprise, he'd call the bank prior to the robbery stating, "I want $100,000 in large bills and no die packs. I'll be sending someone into the bank to get the money. Don't call the police with large bills." Prize, plan on robbing a bank in Fairfield, Connecticut, although rather than exercising the element of surprise, he'd call the bank prior to the robbery stating, "I want $100,000 in large bills and no die packs. I'll be sending someone into the bank to get the money. Don't call the police, we are monitoring the police scanner." Prior to making—
Who the fuck do you think you are, nigga? This nigga think he Joker or some shit, like they go just listen. Oh my god, okay. You didn't even threat them or nothing. You didn't say no type of threat or anything. You just don't call the police. I got him on the police camera. You could be lying. What the fuck? Yo.
Making this phone call, Bailey had already served 7 years in prison for a previous bank robbery. However, this new plan was equally ineffective, as after arriving at the bank to collect his cash, Bailey was locked inside, arrested, and sentenced to another 9 years in prison. Although, if he wanted to avoid this time behind bars, he could have had a chat with Tito and Amanda Watts, who got arrested in Florida for selling tickets to enter heaven at a price of $100. Tito Watts said in his police statement, "I don't care what the police say. The tickets are solid gold, and it was Jesus who gave them to me behind the KFC and said to sell them so I could get me some money to go to outer space. You should arrest Jesus because he's the one who gave me the golden tickets and said to sell them. I'm willing to wear a wire and set Jesus up." The couple—
Drugs. This is why you do not do drugs, kids. Do not do drugs. Bro talking about he met Jesus behind a KFC. What the fuck? What the fuck? What is that? Whoa. He said, "I'm gonna wear a wire to set Jesus up." What the fuck?
People had apparently earned over $10,000 from the stunt, meaning that they were able to find people even dumber than them.
Whoa, they was actually catching hams? They found $10,000. So people was actually, it's all the other crackheads with them. It's all the other crackheads. All the crackheads together. That's what it is. You got one crackhead. Oh, I got tickets to get to heaven. I got tickets here. Just pay me $100. I got you.
From the stunt, meaning that they were able to find people even dumber than them, one of which might have been Ruben Zarate. While attempting to rob a muffler shop in 2008, Zarate was told that the shop couldn't access the money safe without their manager, who didn't begin his shift until later that afternoon. Instead of bailing on the robbery, Zarate instead gave them his phone number, asking them to give him a ring the next time the manager was in. They did so later that afternoon, although after returning to the store, Zarate received no money and was instead met by police and charged with aggravated robbery. Then there was the man who gave the people he was robbing something even stupider. The unnamed robber walked into a London bank carrying a gun and a bag, which he'd take to the front desk before demanding £700,000 in cash from the bank worker. But after making his demands, the crook handed over his gun to the cashier instead of the bag. Investigating authorities stated, the guess is that he is very inexperienced and panicked when he approached the cashier, handing over his gun instead of a bag by mistake. But it was Trevor Jones who left an even more damning piece of evidence at his crime scene. After breaking into a house in Atlanta, Jones took a moment to check his Facebook on the owner's computer before leaving without logging out. Less than 3 years later, a similar story entered news headlines, reading, a 26-year-old Minnesota man has been tracked down by police after leaving his Facebook profile logged in at a house he allegedly robbed.
Why does this, Facebook was that serious? That's what you telling me. You checking your Facebook profile is that serious? You're in the middle of a crime, bro. This dude checking his Facebook, like, what do you, and then you go on Facebook, what are you gonna see? The same thing you seen 30 minutes ago before you walked into the house? He probably just checked it before he walked into the house. He probably just checked it. Bro's 26-year-old doing this shit, bro. Bro's 30, bro. Bro's pushing 30, bro. Come on, man. You got your life together, bro. This is unacceptable, bro. He had did it. You could tell he had did it to motherfucking social media and shit.
Although
bro came in rob a house. Bro can't put his phone down for a minute and rob a house and then worry about Facebook shit damn near 2 days later. You shouldn't even be on your phone for a minute. I'm not. Hold on, let me chill.
This story has a much funnier ending.
Y'all don't rob no house.
The homeowner decided to message the robber via his Facebook, stating, "You left a few things at my house last night. How can I get them back to you?" Which was followed by the robber agreeing to come back to the home so he could collect the stuff he got. However, the robber didn't get any of his items back and was instead arrested while still wearing a watch that he'd stolen from the night before. While both of these idiots used social media poorly, at least they didn't brag about the robbery in a YouTube video, as is what happened in the
I remember this girl.
In 2012, at the age of 19, Sabata stole $6,000 from a bank in Nebraska, and while almost anybody else would have simply kept quiet, Hannah instead took to her YouTube channel Jelly Beanie to upload a video titled Chick Bank Robber, in which she'd straight up admit to having just committed a robbery.
Let's see if this is still on YouTube. Chick Bank Robber. What the fuck? It's still on here, uploaded by the same user. Oh, no way. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely muting it. Yo. Yeah, so basically she was like showing every dollar that she made or some shit like that. What the fuck? You're so fucking dumb. What'd I say? I robbed a bank. Oh my, with a gun and pillowcase. Oh my god. See, this another girl that did it to social media. The other girl, wait, so what was the specific day? So this came out in 2012. Damn. 2012, that's crazy. The camera quality is absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous.
Discuss her entire methodology for the crime while showing the money and the amount that had been stolen, before concluding the video by describing the vehicle she had used and that it had its license plates removed. This information eventually resulted in Hannah Sabata's arrest and sentencing of 10 to 20 years prison, done so in a public courtroom filled to maximum capacity with people who had seen the video. Just 2 years prior to this.
Wait, what? Hold on. You said they put him in jail with people who seen the video, huh?
Room filled to maximum capacity with people who had seen the video.
What the? That's the trolling right there. But he said 10 to 20 years, so low key, she could be getting out. What if she, bro? Imagine a comeback video on that channel. Imagine a comeback video, bro. That'd be crazy. It said 10 years ago. That'd be crazy.
Just 2 years prior to this, 21-year-old Frank Singleton was being released from Palm Beach County Jail, having just served time for a trespassing charge. The only issue was he didn't have a car to leave the jail, so he decided to steal one from the visitors' parking lot, yet the car he decided to steal was a manual, and he could only drive auto. Singleton sat in the car looking like an idiot, before being arrested and sentenced to a further 6 years in prison, telling deputies that he tried to take the car because he didn't feel like walking to his home about 6 miles away. And while you may be sat here thinking that these criminals can't get any dumber, it's time to introduce 53-year-old Michael Anthony Fuller. While it's common knowledge that the US banknote doesn't go any higher than $100, Fuller had the genius idea to create a counterfeit $1 million note before trying to use it at his local Walmart. He loaded his cart with a vacuum cleaner, a microwave, and various other items totaling $400.
Bro, you know what's crazy, bro? Even with these like this, bro, like, so basically, sometimes, all right, so this is what happens. So say you got a dumb nigga like this, right? Instead of making a $1 million banknote, he makes a regular $20 bill, right? So he goes into it literally happened to my dad, bro. So he goes into a store, say he goes to a liquor store, he buys some liquor or he buys some candy. You know what I'm saying? He just want to break the money because it's fake money at the end of the day. So whatever he buy, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to give him change back and it's going to be real money. So, and then what happens is the people inside the store, they don't be, like, they just be, and it's just another person, you know what I mean? They're not really thinking too much of, oh, this might be fake money. You know what I'm saying? They're not thinking like that. So he'd go and he'd act like everything cool. Yeah, give him the money. You know what I'm saying? They give him change back. Now, vice versa, you come inside, right? Now you come in that liquor store. Now you have a real $20 bill, or you got a real $50 bill, let's say. You have a $50 bill, and they give you change back, so they give you the fake 20. Remember, because they put the 20 in the cash register. So they give you change, and they give you the fake 20, right? So now, you take the fake 20, and you say you go somewhere else to buy some food. Some actual food. This literally happened to us. We went to go to this little store, a little food store and stuff like that. And literally, they said it was fake money. You know what I'm saying? And you can go to jail for that. But it's like, bro, we didn't know it was fake money. We didn't know. What the fuck? We didn't know it was fake money. We just got the money from over there. So it could literally be some shit like that, bro. You can literally watch out, bro.
Dollars before handing the $1 million note to the cashier, expecting $999,528 in change. Needless to
I thought he was about to at least try to buy a lot of things from Walmart. That low-key be smart. If you didn't went and try to buy a whole bunch of computers, you could have sold all that shit. This thing
expecting $999,528 in change. Needless to say, Walmart wasn't able to facilitate this, and instead store staff called police. Fuller was later charged with attempting to obtain property by false pretense and uttering a forged instrument.
Hey!